Two. Hello and welcome to our Wireless News. I'm Roberta Prescott and I'm with Jose Antonio Rios. He's the CEO of Celistics. Jose Antonio, let's start talking about how Celistics is moving from a supply chain of mobile device to other products.
Yes, we're using the fact that now all the devices are convergent because of the digital world and because of the internet, and they're becoming, particularly for the enterprise and the residential markets, you really need all the hardware that you need for mobile, plus the mobile that you need for fixed telephony. So we're expanding greatly into that. We're also expanding into new devices that are bought by the same owners as the mobile, but they're bought for their homes or they're bought for the families, and we're moving into that in every country, in 15 countries in Latin America.
Have you already started this?
Yes, we have started it. We have started it particularly here in Brazil and in Mexico and in Chile in different ways with different operators and putting together all their resources into one key city, and then from there moving on to the public.
We are seeing some countries throughout Latin America, such as Brazil, Argentina, holding the 700 auction or all other LTE auctions. How do these spectrum auctions can boost companies' operation?
Well, it boosts it tremendously because it gives the subscriber, it gives the user a lot more service, better quality for a lot less money and with a lot better quality. So it is typical, for a new service to do that, but the LTE and the 4G do that in a monumental way, in a quantical way, rather than just a linear 10% improvement into that. So the people will get a much better service. That means that if you get a better service for a movie in your phone, you will buy more movies in your phone. At the same time, for the operator, it will cost less once it is set up, because it's very expensive to buy the frequencies and it's very expensive to set up the network. But once it is set up, it is better for them, and it moves them away from the very expensive and very old 2G networks that we need to discard in Latin America. So it's an improvement for the countries, improvement for the operators, and also an improvement particularly for the user, for the people.
And how do you help carriers to understand the customer's needs? Because when we talk about Latin America, we are not talking about one specific block, but different countries with different customers' needs. How carriers can understand that and address the right product?
Yeah, certainly we're not just one Latin America. That looks very good if you're speaking from Asia, very far away. But when you're speaking from Latin America, you see that not only there are differences between the countries, but sometimes within the countries you have differences in the different regions. What we need to be is very attentive to what the customer is doing in the places where they come in contact with the product. And to do that, we are putting a lot of intelligence into that, a lot of software into that, a lot of attention to that, to bring that information of what is happening at the point where the user meets with the device or meets with the service or meets with the product, bring that back into the operator.
Celistics was entering the recharge mobile phones. How is that going? Is it just in Brazil right now? Do you plan to expand it?
No, we have been into the recharge operation all over Latin America. We're present in 10 countries. As a matter of fact, we will have over 90,000 distribution points in the other countries in Latin America. And this year we're entering into Brazil. We have made that commitment. So we figure that Brazil will more than double what we already do in Latin America, because the market for recharge in Brazil is equal to all the other countries in Latin America put together. So we're in there. We want to do it very well, and we think it has a lot of future.
Thank you a lot for this.
Thank you, Roberta. Thank you very much.
Follow us at rclwireless.com.